Tonight, from the nation's capital, three major criminal cases moving through federal and superior court are highlighting the continued fight against narcotic trafficking, sexual exploitation, and crimes against children. Good evening. I'm Haylee Ficuciello, Senior Correspondent for Angle Brook Independent News. This is your federal crime report. A 63-year-old district man will spend more than 5 years behind bars after operating what prosecutors describe as a street-level fentanyl distribution operation out of the storefront along H Street Northeast. Pierre Black was sentenced to 63 months in federal prison after pleading guilty to unlawful distribution of fentanyl earlier this year. According to federal investigators, Black sold fentanyl to an undercover officer on 6 separate occasions, totaling 177 grams, an amount authorities say could equal roughly 80,000 potentially lethal doses. Prosecutors say the operation unfolded in a neighborhood already impacted by a fatal overdose, underscoring the deadly consequences tied to fentanyl distribution. When officers arrested Black in September of 2025, they recovered a loaded 9mm handgun from a bedroom safe, along with additional narcotics containing fentanyl, heroin, and metadone, a powerful veterinary sedative increasingly found in illicit drug mixtures. Black admitted he possessed the firearm in connection with his drug trafficking activities. In addition to prison time, Black will serve 3 years of supervised release and forfeit more than $13,000 in drug proceeds. Court records also show he has 8 prior convictions, including multiple drug-related offenses. In D.C. Superior Court, a former high school teacher has been sentenced to a lengthy prison term for sexually abusing a minor student. Mark Williams, 59, of Virginia, was sentenced to 16 years in prison after being convicted of multiple counts of first-degree sexual abuse involving a student. Prosecutors say the abuse dated back to 2014 when Williams taught at Duke Ellington School of the Arts. The victim was just 17 years old at the time, was placed in an independent study program with Williams. Authorities say those sessions took place in a locked, windowless basement room where Williams initiated what prosecutors describe as a manipulative and unlawful sexual relationship. Williams was found guilty earlier this year on 8 total counts, including sexual abuse of a minor and abuse of secondary school education student. He will also serve 10 years of supervised release and is required to register as a sex offender for decades following his incarceration. Williams had been in custody since late of 2023 and failed to appear for the trial earlier this year, furthering complications of the case before sentencing. Officials credit coordinated investigation work by the Metropolitan Police Department and victim support team in securing the conviction. In federal court, a district man has been sentenced to more than 11 years in prison in a disturbing child exploitation case involving recorded abuse. Dorante Bell, 33, was sentenced to 135 months in federal prison after pleading guilty to transportation of child pornography. According to court documents, Bell recorded multiple videos of himself engaging in sexual behaviors in close proximity of a sleeping child. In one instance, the child briefly woke, only to be misled by Bell, who claimed to be in the room for unrelated reasons. Investigators say the recordings were made between August of 2022 and April of 2023, typically during early morning hours. The evidence was ultimately discovered by the witness and tracked back to Bell throughout digital storage records. The case was investigated by a joint FBI and Metropolitan Police Department task force specialized in child exploitation and human trafficking. In addition to prison time, Bell will also serve 15 years of supervised release. From fentanyl trafficking operations fueling overdose deaths, to abuse of trust in the classroom, to exploitation of child behind closed doors, these cases reflect the breadth and severity of the crimes federal and local authorities continue to confront across the district. For Angle Brook Independent News, I'm Haylee Ficuciello, bringing you the facts, clear, verified, and without compromise. Good night.